For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of ourselves. It is the gift of God. In other words, God gives us the grace to believe and the faith to receive the sacrifice that he ordained, that is the only one that is acceptable to him, which is the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. We didn't generate that grace. We didn't generate that faith. There's nothing we could have done to convince God that we even needed salvation, though he already knew. There's nothing we could do to gain his favor. There was nothing we could add to his plan for salvation. It was all God. Now that we understand that, let's set that aside for just a moment and ask ourselves, what is our responsibility to what God provided? It is to let Christ live his life through us. And how do we do that? We do that through submitting to his will, yielding to his guidance and his truth, obeying his commands. That's how Christ lives his life through us. If we are truly letting Christ live his life through us, then his life will be manifested in our physical actions. Now, Paul labored for this reality with the Galatians, and I want to go there for just a moment. He says, "My little children, of whom I travail in birth again until Christ be formed in you." Now, I know that ends with a comma, but I just want to look at his words. He's laboring as though he is giving birth until Christ be formed in the Galatians, or in those whom he is ministering to. Why is that important? Because what's on the inside will manifest on the outside. And if Christ is formed in us, if he's truly formed in us, there are things we would not be engaging in, because to do so would mean that Christ is actually leading us and living that kind of life through us. If I'm engaged in criminal activity and yet say that Christ is living his life through me, then that is the same thing as saying that Christ is actually a criminal. But anything that violates the word of God, if that is being manifested in my life, then exactly where is Christ?